But it doesn't stop there. Look what President Trump just did and announced. It says President Trump claims U.S. strike on a big facility inside of Venezuela. That is what he told us just the other day. That his administration was able to strike a big facility inside of Venezuela. That puts more pressure on us here in the United States. And I said this before. We know here in the United States there are sleeper cells, okay, where Iran has certain groups here in the United States that are just waiting to do us harm. That is Iran. China, according to reports, does have some of these as well. And this is even bigger, they also have access to some of our infrastructure, which they've been able to hack into over the past several decades. So we know that as well. We also know that Tren de Aragua, okay, a Venezuelan prison gang, they're here in the United States. Some of their main cities are Chicago and New York and Denver, okay? But they've been able to create other hubs around the United States as well. So that puts more pressure on us as well. And that is, according to officials at the Pentagon, causing them to be on high alert. Major cities here inside the United States and abroad are canceling some of their New Year's Eve celebrations. Even some countries are canceling their celebrations as well because of the threats to their citizens and because of costs. I'm going to break down what's going on, but the most concerning one is the threats to the people. We've already seen it here inside the United States where the FBI busted a group of individuals that were set to carry out a New Year's Eve attack somewhere in Los Angeles. That right there is concerning, but now because of that and other threats around the world, many major cities, including Paris and Tokyo and Sydney, are canceling all their celebrations. Just look at this. It says, public safety concerns lead to cancellation of major New Year's Eve events. What to know? Paris, Tokyo, and Belgrade call off events following FBI bust of alleged LA bombing plot. That's what we learned just a week ago. That they were canceling all of their festivities. All of these celebrations are being canceled. But guess what? Here in the United States, for the bigger celebrations, like in New York City, it is still going to go on. But
Shalom, shalom. First off, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakadash. Yahweh being a true name of Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai being named for His only begotten Son, who the world eagerly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to our apostles, a bunch to our elders, a great millstone that taught us truth and will well, and salutations to you, hopefully, like just truth and honesty, sincerity. This is Brother Yawasop, coaching no lesson to the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Another update, end times, and events. As you heard from this guy's channel, send the reports. This is fair use, just piggybacking. Okay, there's no type of monetary gain or anything like that. It's for educational purposes. Okay, he's bringing out a lot of good news reports that's going on in the world, and he's speaking on a couple things. All right, right now you got a lot of canceling of New Year's celebrations, and you got the United States on high alert, extremely high alert because of all the war games that's being played right now. So it's something definitely take note of. Keep watch, so you're not caught off guard, and don't be surprised if something catastrophic takes place on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. And last year it was, somebody drove into a crowd and unalived a lot of people. So this year, we're expecting something to happen. You don't want to be one of those people that is going to kick it and you get caught up at the wrong place at the wrong time because you weren't paying attention to what's going on in the world. And you're not taking heed to the warning of the prophets. Okay? This is 2 Timothy 3:1. Says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. That word perilous means full of danger or risk. We are living at the end. The Lord is bringing judgment upon these wicked kingdoms. He's brewing up World War III. Okay. He's stirring up contention between these different nations. And there's no turning back. It's just going to gradually continue to get worse. And, the guy brought out some good information on talking about sleeper cells to educate the people. Other countries have people and armies, pockets of individuals that are waiting for orders to attack. And there's many different countries that got them over here in the U.S. So this is going to fulfill prophecy when the scriptures talk about, sending the enemy into these land of unroyal villages. This is Jeremiah 51:2. It says, "And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about." Okay, and you look up that word fanners, to be estranged or a stranger. Okay, so basically, it says another place is also what it says, to be a foreigner. Okay, so the Lord is saying He's going to send foreigners, okay, that shall fan her, empty her land, to scatter, cast away, disperse, okay, cause people to panic, to run. This is talking about, quote unquote, terrorist attacks, okay? These type of things are going to take place to this place spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, modern day Babylon the Great, which is America. It fits those prophecies. It fits the description of all those sinful kingdoms. So this is talking about the future Babylon, and this is what's going to happen. Okay? So they shall be against her round about. And you already got Russia, got warships off different coasts of the United States. Okay? You got, look on what's going on in the Caribbean. You got all these different military boats and shit there. All right, and then you got all these sleeper cells. They're ready to empty her land. This is going to be the judgment of the Heavenly Father. So prophecy is being fulfilled. Okay, it says they shall be against her round about, right, surrounded. China is got this place in the crosshairs too, because there's conflict. The United States is supplying weapons to Taiwan. So now they're on China's hit list. Their infrastructure is going to be compromised and hacked. You're going to have power grids going down. You're going to have pocket nukes going off. Different bombs going off in different places. T attacks. Different nations, all of them are going to begin to attack this place. This is Hosea 2:11. It says, I will also cause all her mirth to cease, her feast days, her new moons, and her Sabbath, and all her solemn feasts. This is talking about all those holidays. And this past Christmas was a very depressing one. You had a lot of people that didn't have any money to do anything. Families, butting heads. The mirth was ceased, man. Didn't have that holiday spirit this time. So the Lord is bringing this place down. So now all the New Year's celebrations is getting canceled. Sydney, Australia, to cancel theirs. They put on a huge fireworks show, man. Even China is changing it up. So, hey, look, something's getting ready to happen in this earth. These countries are preparing for it. This is Mark 13:33. It says, take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. So watch and pray. You don't know when the Lord's going to return, and you don't know when He's going to eventually strike this place, allow a nation to hit it. Okay, so you need to be watching and praying, and that you're in good grace of the Heavenly Father, so He can have divine intervention for you and protect you from the judgments and various things that's about to happen. You got to take heed, watch, and pray. You don't know when the time is, man. Okay? So be prepared. Be prepared spiritually. You know, we're going to be doing a New Year's Eve of destruction lesson coming up, you know, to spread the warning of what to expect in this next, you know, year that's approaching. They're going to celebrate their pagan New Year coming up. We're waiting for the Passover to celebrate, you know, the real New Year coming up. Waiting for a bib, you know. But hey, the pagans, they getting ready to do their thing. But the Lord always brings judgment. Last year, he brought judgment immediately. So we're watching to see what's going to happen this time, man. You know, and by the way, you know, the budget was only passed until January, you know. So when they did all that shutdown, that was only good for January, to the best of my knowledge. So, hey, that's another thing that's at risk. They could shut this place back down again. So, we're watching, man. So, with that, Lord's will, lessons edifying. We're going to close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, Natasha's truth and will well. The citations you hope like truth and honest sincerity. Shalom.